getting ready to bring the guns into action. Meanwhile now the guns are just going around on the outside, giving you all to see, so hopefully give them all a wave. If you wave at them, they will wave back at you. The light gun here has a range of 17.2 kilometres, so from here we could engage Tottenham, Royston, Luton and Hitchin. Don't worry though, today we are only firing blank rounds. However, when they are doing the display, it will be loud, so if you do have young children, it may be advisable to cover up their ears. As the guns now are approaching the bottom of the arena, they're going to be turning right and then charging up onto the gun markers. So let's hear plenty of cheering for your gun. Pick your gun, pick the one that's nearest to you, and let's hear lots of cheering for them. As this is all being done as a competition today, there are prizes at stake, so they are going for it. So let's hear it. Let's put your hands together for 100 Regiment Royal Artillery Volunteers. As soon as they hit that gun marker, there's going to be kick coming out the back, there's going to be bodies coming out the back as they're going for it. There's a set order they're going to be leaving in. They're getting out. Each and every person there knows their job. So in the maroon berries, we have 201 battery. In the blueberries, we have 307 battery. They're now lifting the platform, trying to get the gun onto the platform. That platform weighs 196 kilograms, therefore it's definitely a two-man lift. Looks like they're now neck and neck. As they're getting ready, they're connecting the stays on. That's what attaches the weapon itself onto the platform to stop it moving around. 201 are now out in the lead. They're going to be getting it ready. Now they're going to be rotating the barrel round, so they are going to be firing in the opposite direction. In order to do this, they need to take the wheel off. The reason for this is because that is as wide as the gun, and it enables them to travel on the road legally. So they take the wheel off and then can rotate it round. 201 are now definitely out in the lead. They've got their wheel back on. The wheelman is pushing it back on, and he's tightening it up. As soon as he's tightening that up, they're going to be lifting it out and then getting the jack out. 307 are slowly catching them up. Looks like they've had a couple of problems there. Meanwhile, 201 are now getting in, doing the last checks, and it looks like they may well win this first part of the round. The light gun itself weighs 1.8 tonnes, has a shell weight of 32 pounds, and we can fire HE, smoke, illuminating rounds and markers. The HE is a high explosive round. Smoke obviously speaks for itself there. Illuminating round is effectively a big firework that will go up in the sky and come down, giving you light onto the battlefield. And then marker rounds can be used so you can then mark the area for future operations in that. Well, I think we can definitely say there that 201 has won the first round. Just going to wait now for 307 to catch up. Today we are being supported by a 7-para RHA. They're helping us out on the 201 gun, and on the 307 gun we've got E-Battery, a first RHA. What we're now going to do is I will give the guns a fire mission. You will hear me talking to them. You'll also hear them shouting back at me. Obviously I don't have to shout because I have the mic. They will be shouting though. Guns 1 and 2, are you ready? 3, 1 and 2. A fire mission, guns 1 and 2. HE, L106, a charge 5. Load. At my command, a bearing, a 3-200 mils, elevation, a 200 mils, a 1 round of fire for effect.
Bearing, 3-200 mils, elevation, 200 mils, 1 round fire for effect. 2-0-0, ready. One ready, charge 5, 2 ready, charge 5.
Through all guns. A fire! As you see now, the guys have engaged their targets successfully. At the moment they are firing in the indirect range, and therefore they are not actually pointing their barrels directly at the targets. What's going to happen shortly is they will move to their alternative positions. Occasionally when you're out, you will need to engage other targets in the direct fire role. Therefore you may have to move to a different position to achieve a better sight picture of the enemy. Prepare for tanks. What they're now going to do is just start thinking about making sure all of their non-essential stores are put away and getting ready to move. A tank alert! That there was the command. They will now manhandle the guns, as it's not always easy to have the vehicles there ready to move them straight away. They're going to leave the platforms, as they don't actually need the platforms to fire themselves. They're going to pick it up, they're going to turn it round, and they're going to be down the arena. So come on, let's hear it. Put your hands together for them. Give them a cheer. Remember, it is 1.8 tonnes worth of metal they're hauling down. 201 battery, they're firmly in the lead, although they haven't turned theirs yet. So let's see when they get down, who can do it. Guns 1 and 2. Enemy to your front. Vehicles, engage. You will now see our Pinscales crisscrossing the top of the arena. Obviously they would not engage their own vehicles. These are simulating enemy vehicles. The Pinscal was designed in 1980. It's just as old as me. And there it is. We've got one round off. That was the 201 again. They're in the lead. 307 now. One line up there. And that's it. They've now destroyed both of their targets. Now just going to give them a moment to have a quick breather, as it isn't that light trying to haul that gun up and down. The regiment itself is only one of 2 yeomanry light gun regiments in the army, and only one of 3 TA light gun regiments. What I will shortly give them is I will tell them to end their mission, and then they can move their gun back up onto that platform. Again, there's going to be lots of movement, lots of enemy going on. So let's put your hands together for them as they're going up. End of mission. A cease firing. Let's see, so far then it was 2-1 in the lead overall. Let's see if they can maintain it as they're going up there. They're off first, they're certainly moving. Can they keep that momentum going? I can't hear lots of people cheering for them, mind you. Go on, that's it. It looks like it is going to be 2-1 all the way. 307 are struggling there. The light gun itself has been around since 1980. It first saw service in the Falkland Islands and more recently in Iraq and Afghanistan. Currently the regiment has 17 TA soldiers deployed on operations supporting the regular army all around the world. When we go out, we tend to work very closely with the regulars. That's why we've got them along here with us today. We don't just go out as a formed unit. We work very closely with the regular soldiers, the ones that we're working with here. What they're now doing is they're going to pack it up. They're going to stay in the A-frame. They're not going to fold the barrels this time. They're going to leave them facing the opposite direction. If you were travelling, you could leave them in the A-frame. What this would do is it would enable you to engage your target an awful lot quicker, because you don't have to rotate the barrel round. Again, it does look like 2-1 is going to be the last man in the vehicle, and they are. The number one's now racing round, and that's it. I can quite happily say that 2-1 battery did win that in all respects.